Is Lloyd actually the best mentor to the new ninja, or has another original member outshined him as the ultimate mentor? Since the beginning of Dragon's Rising, we've been introduced to the new ninja team, Arin, Sora, Wildfire, Riyu, and most recently Frak. Throughout Dragon's Rising, they've made some bonds with lots of the older team, which is what I'm ranking in this video. Without boring you out, I'll quickly explain how it will work. Each new ninja will have all of the 6 old ninja ranked on how close they are to them in the show. After this list is complete, the ninja with the highest average will be declared the closest to the new ninja. Anyways, let's put on our Sensei Wu hats and talk about some Ninjago.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no.
In 6th place, we have Jay. The main reason for this is the fact that there has only been one single interaction between them in all of Dragon's Rising, that being Dragon's Rising Season 4 when Jay makes fun of Frak for falling over. I'll be honest, it was pretty funny in my opinion, but if you are putting it as a whole, one interaction is not enough for Jay to rise anywhere above 6th place in the rankings. Now let's go on to 5th. In 5th place, we have Nia. The reason for this is very similar to Jay's, being they haven't really interacted in the show whatsoever. In my eyes, I can't really rank somebody any higher than this for basically no interactions, as it's basically the whole point of the video to base off how close they are. Let's move on. In 4th place, we have Zane. Once again, they don't really interact very much, which is not surprising as Frak only became a ninja in Dragon's Rising Season 3 Part 1. I do remember some interactions, for example the pie scene from Season 3. I know to this point the rankings have been for the same reason, but up next from now all reasons are valid. In 3rd place, we have Lloyd. The reason Lloyd is in 3rd is mainly the other two ninja are with Frak a lot more in Dragon's Rising. But it's valuable to mention these two do get along really well in the show and have some notable and rather enjoyable interactions throughout. I like that Frak is really respectful to Lloyd and wants him to teach him everything he knows, much like young Lloyd wanting to learn everything from all the original ninja. That's why Lloyd is in 3rd. Now let's move on to the top 2. In 2nd, we have Kai. Much like Lloyd, Kai is very respected by Frak, who sees him as a mentor. They share quite a few laughs together throughout Dragon's Rising Season 3 Part 2, which is fun to watch. The humour between these two reminded me of Kai and Jay, which is something I missed due to Jay being rogue at the time. Overall, Frak and Kai together was a great success for me, and I would love to see a group of Frak, Kai and Jay at some point. Now, let's move on to number 1. And in 1st, we have Cole. This shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody, as Frak sees Cole as God. Like, literally. Cole is Frak's idol, and Frak would always go to him for advice due to similarities in their elemental powers. Frak and Cole spent some good time together in Dragon's Rising Season 3, including Cole ignoring Kai and Frak's warnings to not fight Nox, but doing it anyways and getting his soul taken. He later apologises to Frak for this, which shows how much he cares about Frak's feelings. All of this is why I've put Cole in number 1. Though Frak is the favourite new ninja of Cole, let's find out who Ryu's closest with out of the OG ninja. Before we do, make sure to stay until the end for the final leaderboard. In 6th place, we have Jay. This is likely going to be a trend throughout the rankings. This purely again comes down to Jay not being around to interact with Ryu. I genuinely have nothing else to say about this one, so let's just move on to 5th. In 5th, we have Cole. Cole going from 1st in the last rankings all the way down to 5th is quite the drop. But once again, it comes down to no interactions between the two really. As the first 3 will almost always have this reason for their placement, rather than constantly explaining myself, I should just move on and say they haven't interacted much. Let's go on to 4th place. In 4th, we have Zane. This is due to not enough interaction. Let's move on to the top 3. In 3rd, we have Lloyd. Lloyd is the first of the old ninja to meet Ryu. Lloyd has always treated Ryu as any of the other ninja despite him being a dragon and not human, which does show how good Lloyd is at being a master of the new ninja. That's all I really have to say about the two, and we shall move on to 2nd place. In 2nd, we have Nia. Nia and Ryu are fairly close, but their main time together is in Dragon's Rising Season 2 Part 2. This is where Ryu is able to make himself a conduit for Kai and Nia to communicate with each other. This eventually leads to Kai's release, all because of Ryu. It's safe to say that it was a huge reason for Nia's bond with Ryu. Now, let's go to number 1. And in 1st, we have Kai. Kai and Ryu's relationship mostly stems off Dragon's Rising Season 2. Firstly, in Part 1, Ryu trying to save him from falling into the spell, even risking him falling in too. Then in Part 2, when Kai is trapped in the spell, Ryu is able to communicate with Kai through a scale of his. It's because of this Kai is released from the spell and not trapped there for eternity. This bond is what makes me put Kai in 1st. 2 down, 3 to go. I think most of these bonds are non-existent due to the lack of time with each other, though that's partly to do with Dragon's Rising's character problem. I think the foundation of the original team's bond all the way back at Season 1 makes it very difficult for the new ninja to fit in. Speaking of, I'm making a Season 1 review very soon, so stay tuned on the channel for that. Anyways, let's go to Wildfire. In 6th, we have Zane. This one's due to lack of interaction, so I'm just going to move on. In 5th, we have Cole. The reason for this, annoyingly, is the same as Zane in the lack of interactions. But that is it for Wildfire, luckily. Let's go to 4th place. In 4th, we have Jay. Jay just got his memories back, but my focus is on Season 3 Part 2 here, with Rogue interacting a lot with Wildfire in the Land of Lee. They argue a lot, which is really interesting on how similar these two actually were at the time. But by the end of Season 3 Part 2, they seem to have hated each other less, which is good enough reason for me to put Jay in 4th over Cole and Zane. In 3rd, we have Nia. My main reasoning for this would be the emotional bond between these two could get very interesting at times. In Season 2, it was a very sad and supportive relationship for one another after what seemed like possibly a permanent loss of Kai. But once Kai's back, the three of them go searching for Jay in Dragon's Rising Season 3 Part 1. In this season, Nia seems to find Wildfire really annoying constantly, which is such a change up from the season before. Anyways, let's move on. In 2nd, we have Lloyd. I have to put Lloyd in 2nd, mostly due to the respect Lloyd gets out of Wildfire. She only ever listens to Lloyd and Kai, so that's a big enough achievement for Lloyd. The reason for this simply is the fact Lloyd saved so many dragons throughout the show and will never back down from the truth in things. There is only one person Wildfire is closer to in Dragon's Rising, and I think we all know who it is. In 1st, we obviously have Kai. The way these two get along in the show is truly magical writing from Doc Wyatt and the Ninjago team here. These two have matching personalities and basically become family for each other. If I was never to have watched the show before and was shown clips of them together, then I would tell you they were brother and sister. Their powers are basically the same. They both wear red, they both love blowing up rocks or whatever they always do. I don't need to go on about how close these two are. Let's move on. We only have 2 more new ninja to go. Before I move on, let me know your list down in the comments. I'll try my best to respond to all of you. Now, let's move on to Sora. In 6th place, we have Jay. Try and take a guess why. You probably guessed it. Screen time together. Let's just move on. In 5th place, we have Cole. Sora and Cole have not had the deepest of relationships throughout Dragon's Rising, but to be honest with you, there is some content here, which is better than what Jay can say. Cole sort of gives the mentor vibe pretty well, to be fair, but no better than some of the other ninja on this list, which is why I'm putting Cole in 5th. In 4th place, we have Zane. Zane is in 4th basically for the same reason as Cole, but there are 2 reasons I prefer Zane over him here. One, because there is more screen time of Sora with Zane than Cole, and 2, I just think some of the scenes with both Zane and Sora can be quite funny, again referencing the pie scene. Now, let's move on to the top 3. In 3rd place, we have Kai. Kai is in 3rd due to his supportive dad-like figure he sometimes shows with Sora. It's kinda heartwarming to see Kai care that much, once again contrasting to himself in the original season not caring for anyone but himself. Cinema levels are right in there. I think the dynamic between these two is fairly interesting to watch, and in the uncommon amount of times you get to see it, it's worth watching in my opinion. Let's go to 2nd place. In 2nd place, we have Nia. I'm not sure if it's just me, but these two give off serious bestie-like behaviour, bro. These two act so similar in lots of situations, and it must have been great for Nia to have another girl in the group after so long. I love the Dragon's Rising Season 3 Part 1 episode where they fight off rocks at Arakor's new Ninjago. I think it shows off their chemistry really well, to be honest. I don't need to say much more than that, so let's move on to 1st place. And in 1st place, we have Lloyd. This is not really surprising, to be honest, as he is Sora's mentor and taught her everything she knows about being a ninja. Like, my dude gave us some Pep Guardiola levels of coaching at the Tournament of Sources. It's unbelievable how far Sora came since the first season, and most of it is due to Lloyd. Also, the fact they are almost always on missions together, which really boosts their relationship on screen. That's why Lloyd's in 1st place. Well, only 1 more new ninja to go, and the scores are extremely close. Before we get to the end, please subscribe. It takes a second out of your day and makes mine. In 6th place, we have Jay. Surprise, right? Seriously, there have been more Jay last places than Zane fake outs at this point. Let's just move on. In 5th place, we have Nia. Nia and Arin aren't really close in the show, but Nia has comforted Arin multiple times in the past and has been a great role model. I have not much to say of Nia, but it's enough to beat out Jay. In 4th place, we have Cole. It's the same as Nia, really. You don't see too much of them, but when you do, it's very enjoyable to watch. I mainly remember Cole and Arin from Season 2 Part 2, where Arin was doing his investigation. I think they bonded pretty well there and have decent chemistry. Let's move on to the top 3 now. In third place we have Zayn. This pick here is almost completely based off Dragon's Rising Season 4 Part 1 where Zayn and Arin were put together for the entire season. I think the spinjitzu scene where Zayn throws the rocks at Arin and Arin hits the elemental monsters with his object spinjitzu was such a cool fight scene to see. I think these two work really well together and I would love to see them working together like this again. Now, let's see who's in the number 2 spot. In second place we have Kai. I think my reasoning for this is so basic but it works. Kai is the second closest to Arin just because of their sheer encouragement Kai gives to Arin on missions. Like, let's play out a scenario. Let's say you were heading into a possibly deadly mission and Kai walked up to you talking about his haircut. I think we would all agree that you would be hyped up, right? Nah, I'm joking, but seriously, Kai's a huge influence on Arin and is a great mentor for him, just not as good as number 1. In first place, I think we all guessed it, it's Mr. Frohickey. Mr. Frohickey is obviously first place here, just based off how clean the monastery is. Like, Arin would be cooked if it was not for his intense cleaning sessions. He's such a great role model that makes tea for all of the ninja and Master Lloyd. Oh, yeah, right. Lloyd's in first place based off how he managed to single-handedly grow the character of Arin to crazy heights. Arin is definitely my favourite of the new ninja and it's because of Lloyd. Not to mention their on-screen relationship is peak and they're literally together for basically every episode. I don't think there's much more to be said. Let's tally up the results and figure out our winner. In 6th place and the least close to the new ninja we have Jay with 7 points. I don't think anyone's surprised here to be honest with you. In 5th place we have Zayn with 14 points. Lots better than Jay and just misses out on the top 4 by 1 single point. In 4th place we have Cole with 15 points. Couldn't quite get to the top 3 but still quite close to the new ninja. In 3rd place we have Neo with 18 points. Very close with lots of the new ninja but some no finishes dragged her score down. And I apologise on how boring this is about to be, but there is no winner. Kai and Lloyd both finished on 26 points, which is really annoying and I do apologise for that. Instead, how about you put in the comments below your winner between Kai and Lloyd for the closest to the new ninja. And while you're at it, remember to subscribe. Don't forget to go subscribe to the rest of the Ninjago community on YouTube. Thank you so much, see you later.